So today we will discuss Gierke'S disease. First of all, the enzyme deficiency is glucose 6-phosphatase, right? And the child will have doll-like face, hepatomegaly is there, and moreover, there is renal involvement, right? Now next, the 4 classical symptoms are hyperuricemia, hypercholesterolemia, fasting hypoglycemia, and last but not the least, that is lactic acidosis. Now first symptom, that is fasting hypoglycemia. Why fasting hypoglycemia? Because glucose 6-phosphatase is absent, so glucose 6-phosphate cannot be broken down to form glucose. So glucose is not readily available, so there is hypoglycemia, and moreover, the glucose 6-phosphate will inhibit the enzyme glycogen phosphorylase, right? So glycogen will not be readily available to form glucose, so there is hypoglycemia. Now the second symptom is hyperuricemia. That means there are high uric acid levels. Why hyperuricemia? Because glucose 6-phosphatase is not broken down to form glucose, so glucose 6-phosphate will accumulate, so it will be diverted for the synthesis, it will diverted for the HMP shunt, and in the HMP shunt it will form ribose 5-phosphate, and ribose 5-phosphate is precursor for the de novo synthesis of preens. So when we have more synthesis of preens, they will break down more to form more uric acid, so that's why there is hyperuricemia. Now the third symptom is hypercholesterolemia. Why? Because glucose 6-phosphate is not broken down to form glucose, so glucose 6-phosphate will accumulate and it will be diverted for the synthesis of more acetyl-CoA, and acetyl-CoA will lead to the synthesis of cholesterol, so that's why hypercholesterolemia. And last, the fourth is lactic acidosis. So glucose 6-phosphate that is accumulated will be diverted for the synthesis of more lactate, and this lactate will cause acidemia and finally lactic acidosis. So that finishes with our Gierke'S disease. Thank you.